The Fallout TV series is officially out, and to my surprise, it's pretty damn good. That being said, as a longtime Fallout fan, I feel I've earned the right and the need to call out the good, the bad, and the ugly, as well as some of my initial first thoughts. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Episode 1 starts off hot with an ominous title screen and some Nat King Cole to set the mood. Also, is this pre-war retrofuturistic LA? Yes please, I'll have some more. I know it's about to get nuked, but I hope to God we get to see some more pre-war America. Now the bombs falling are foreshadowed a bit too hard. I think the initial radio report on the missing president, followed by the TV news report on the Alaskan front, would have been more than enough foreshadowing. But by the time the nuke finally drops, it's already been mentioned to death, making the blast less impactful. Pun intended. Seeing the inner workings and daily goings-ons on the vault is intriguing. The cousin tomfoolery is gross, but a sensical addition to the Fallout lore. And you know it's gonna be mentioned in everyone's Fallout Fun Facts videos from now on. But holy shit, the vault attack was an amazing piece of cinema. It was set up a lot more subtly than the nukes, and if it wasn't for the trailers, I might have even been surprised. But then again, they did linger on that guy's headscarf for a little too long, so who knows. Now, Lucy getting stabbed looked and felt visceral, along with every other part of the raid. They even made drowning in pickles seem hardcore. So if the rest of the show is anything like this, then I'm pretty much 1000% in. Conflict aside, Lucy losing her dad, that's kind of funny, made me realize Todd Howard probably has some daddy issues. And I can't relate. Regardless, this gave off some mad Fallout 3 vibes, story beats and all. That being said, the ultimatum Moldova, or whatever her name is, gave them made no sense. She gave them the option to choose between the daughter and the vault dwellers, but it really should have been between the overseer and the daughter. Because in the end, they still let the vault dwellers live. I'm not sure what the hell the plan was, really. As right now, my dude's choice had no impact. But whatever. Lucy leaving the vault and seeing the post-war ruins for the first time is a total standout moment for me. The production design is out of this world, and I'm excited for what's to come. Also, seeing the Santa Monica Pier in the Fallout universe just made me giddy. We jumped to the Brotherhood, and I have to mention, the music is on point. I try to make believe there's nothing wrong. If there's one thing that Fallout 3 did great for the series, it was making the music a staple. It's mostly used for transitions, and they're a hit every time. But yeah, as for the Brotherhood of Steel, they really leaned into the spiritual aspect of it all, and I'm kinda here for it. They don't seem like your Fallout 3 or 76 Brotherhood, but instead more of a mixture, borrowing the best aspects from each game. So far, so good. Just don't sit on the poo-poo tire, please. Maximus, no! Okay, Maximus getting chosen to be a squire after the boot incident didn't add up in my head. My dude is being accused and he's actively saying all the wrong things. He shouldn't be a squire. He needs to stay in the boot camp for the rest of his life pushing papers. But then again, the Brotherhood are a bunch of fanatic losers, so long live the NCR. Speaking of factions, I wasn't expecting an Enclave mention this early on, but I'm a huge fanboy, so it had me going Mr. Beast levels of excitement. Let it be known, though, that if they don't start referring to the dog as companion, the way dog meat became dog meat, then I'm gonna be disappointed. Yeah, they're not gonna do that, are they? But we finished the first episode off with a reintroduction. And again, I didn't quite get what Don Pedro was doing to our ghoul friend. Or maybe I didn't want to get it, because I think it's implied that he's their regenerative meat locker, which, gross. But also, could this be Mexico? Is it Mexico? Because Fallout Mexico would be cool. Can you tell I want Fallout Mexico? The end credits song gave me the biggest goosebumps, and it was followed by some pretty cool visuals. Gotta say, I didn't think I was gonna enjoy this as much as I am. So, let's see where the rest of it goes. 9 out of 10 for this episode. Episode 2 starts off great, as we open to the ink spots and tiny little puppies. What else do you want? Yeah, this part made me audibly gasp, then burst out laughing. It's diabolically Enclave. And again, I'm a little confused this time as to what the inciting incident for him leaving was. They make it seem like getting caught with a dog was the reason, and not him injecting himself with whatever the hell that was. Which, if that's the case, that's stupid. I'm only 2 episodes in, so I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. But staying on stupid, the actual escape was pretty dumb. It's ridiculous how slow he's running away from the turrets. I mean, this was a production. They could have made the blanks go after him, or made him run faster, but no. They chose this as their final scene, which just leaves me scratching my head. It doesn't look good. It really doesn't. But yeah, that's my biggest gripe so far, which is saying a lot, because it wasn't a big deal, and I'm already over it. Oh look, an Assaultron! In general, the production design, like I said, is just stellar. I mean, look at that dead baby. It's phenomenal. Now, worlds collide in the most awkward of ways. I'm sure they were trying to convey the Doctor as a socially distant individual, but my dude creeps up only to give the most basic-ass metaphor. Negative 10 risk for you. Maximus hopping on that Brotherhood dick was pretty funny, and something tells me we might have a Samus situation in our hands with how shitty the voice modulator sounds.
Fuck! Where were you?
Okay, I was wrong. I was looking forward to the Yaguai scene, but it ended up being a little too silly before it intentionally became silly, which threw me off. Let me explain. I think whoever was doing the suit work was probably told, hey, this scene is meant to be funny, so all the suit movements before the actual, reveal, they're really slow and playful, and it breaks the suspense early, which I don't think was meant to do, at least not until he started running away. Also, did he just kill Yao Guai with a single shot? Hacker. That being said, the knight being cowardly and going on about a toaster was also silly, but on purpose, so I like it.
You know what you could do with a fucking toaster oven? Do you have any idea?
And Maximus letting him die? Yeah, that I also like. It's a pretty hardcore decision, making Maximus a morally dubious character that in retrospect probably did put the razors in that boot. To be fair, watching him use the power armor made me kind of jealous. It looked like a lot of fun, and the chicken fucker was a prime example of wasteland politics. Good stuff. Good stuff. Now, Philly is filled to the brim with goodies for the eyes to see, like Brahmin or iguanas on a stick. And look, they even have a Pip-Boy 2000. Isn't that lovely? Okay, so I didn't really care for Philly that much. It was a little too green. But that's besides the point, because the Philly fight was really fun, even if it was spoiled a bit by the trailers. Now, the Ghoul versus Maximus fight, that had me a little bit skeptical. Power armor should wreck any Ghoul regardless of experience. Also, arm jetpacks are a no. Flying like a fairy is also a no. Please stop that. I really like Barb, not the other shopkeeper, but Barb and her beans were just hilarious.
Gonna need a new foot, Barb. Time to eat my beans. But okay.
The way she delivered her lines always made me laugh. So yeah, props to her. Oh, and I can't forget to mention that Implant was brutally retrofuturistic with the perfect Fallout twist. I'm all for it. But yeah, this is where it's revealed that Moldova has a deeper history, and sure enough, all paths lead to her, with the Doctor being the key. It doesn't feel forced, but I'm scared that whatever the reveal will be will make me dislike it in retrospect. But for now, I'm all for this happenstance. Let's see where this goes. Ooh, I love seeing the open wasteland. That's a real treat for the eyes. Especially the flat desertscape with all the distant ruins. It's very classic Fallout. And then the Chinese satellite feels like a random encounter right out of Fallout 2. So I'm having a good time. The Doctor casually dropping the cyanide pill is the type of dark humor that I like to see from Fallout. And for the most part, they've done a really good job at encapsulating that feeling. Ooh, we get a wannabe Ripper with a lovely original design and a gruesomely interesting end to the episode. Love it. This guy is an 8 out of 10. Let's see what the future holds. So, episode 3 gives us another look at the retro-futuristic pre-war LA. And Cooper flirting with Barb is actually really hot and really well written.
That's the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth.
Back to post-war, Maximus pulls a we're all fine here and straight up lies to the Brotherhood. My dude is diving deeper into shit, and I can't look away. This is totally giving A Knight's Tale, and of course by relation, classic Canterbury Tale vibes, with the commoner taking over the role of the knight, awkward impersonations included.
Step away from the armor.
Now, I was fully expecting them to backpedal when Maximus got his ass kicked. I really thought the Brotherhood was going to come in thinking the Raiders were the ones who killed the knight, absolving Maximus of any wrongdoing. But no, he gets back up and he grabs some goddamn head. It's brutal, and I'm pretty sure I've seen this somewhere in Reddit. Also, him getting a squire that he knew back in Bays is the perfect story beat, and I can't wait to see how this plays off. Back at the Vaults, the production design is still outstanding. It always catches my eye. But on the story side, I didn't realize they took prisoners, which ties back to the confusing ultimatum in episode 1. Why didn't the Raiders just take the injured with them? Okay, I guess that answers itself, they're Raiders. Anyways, Maximus being a dickhead to his squire is exactly what I want to see. I can't tell if he's playing the role or is just actively a piece of shit now. Either way, it's hilarious. In general, I'm surprised by how the Brotherhood is being portrayed, with pretty much every scene after the boot incident being comedic in some way. I'm in no way against it, but knowing Todd, not that I actually know him, I was just expecting him to be treated seriously and with a lot more respect, I guess, like in Fallout 4. But I'm glad they're going for a more satirical take.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely him.
Ah, CGI! Honestly though, cool gulper design. While the head is a little large and cute, I'm really digging the humanoid aspects, like the finger teeth and the human hands. Oh no, it's got a foot fetish, keep it away from the kids! Back with Maximus, we get a genuine moment where he sees himself in his squire. I dig it. This is good development. It's been pure levity between them, so I was ready for some serious character development, and yeah, I like this. I was about to praise the prisoner discussion going on in the vault, but then we got hit with a broken water chip.
The water chip is destroyed.
And that just feels like a bad joke. It was funny the first 2 times, but I really don't want to hear it again. And let me say it here, I will kill myself if I hear anything about a nuclear winter. The second gulper scene is better than the last, with Maximus doing the right thing for the first time. He does fail, but friendship overcomes? Maybe? No, it does. It definitely does. I really thought they were going to kill him off. It's keeping me on my toes. But also, we're already getting a redemption arc, and it's making me barf. You saved me first. Fucking shut up. No, what happened to the morally dubious Maximus? I'm kidding. I'm actually a sucker for characters developing a conscience. But yeah, the Gulper kill was brutally awesome, and so far they haven't let us down as far as the gore goes. We end the episode with one last reveal as we're taken back to pre-war LA. And okay, wait, what? No way that's the Vault Boy. He's not even blonde. Okay, I really thought him shooting the billboard was just for a trailer. Turns out it was also personal. Oh, and it retroactively makes the thumb part in the first episode make a lot more sense. 8.5 out of 10. It's getting good. Okay, episode 4. Right off the bat, we're doing some ghoul justice, or injustice in this case. The makeup looks right out of Fallout 3, and the whole losing your humanity and turning feral has always been an interesting shower thought. We're also treated to some cannibalism in a subversive way, because I never thought I'd live long enough to see ass jerky in TV. But now that I have, I just want to know what it tastes like. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it tender? It's probably tender. It's ass jerky. Crazy stuff. It's 10 out of 10 so far. That being said, the ass jerky and the blood intro made me realize Amazon Prime is quickly becoming the AMC of streaming services. They're putting out mature banger after banger, the same way AMC used to with The Walking Dead. And if you haven't noticed, The Walking Dead is still going on. So if that's anything to go on, Fallout has a pretty long future ahead. Is that good or bad? I don't know. But I digress. Lucy and the piss water is a great scene. From the drinking to the defingering, It had me grimace the whole way through. It's been a while since I've been this reactive to a show, and it's great. I feel alive again. Back in the vault, Norm and Chet go on an adventure. Now this is development. Alone they're just okay, but together they make the perfect duo and really complement each other well, with Norm being the nerd and Chet being the dumb one. It goes deeper than that, but you know. Rat Utopia mentioned, what? For those that don't know, there was an actual rat experiment done in the early 60s where they pretty much gave them everything they needed, and eventually their utopia became an overpopulated mess, with rat society completely collapsing. Do you get the connection, or need I say more? Gotta say, the Vault 34 secret seems to be pretty basic as far as vault experiments go. But I get it, this might just be the audience's first time learning about vaults and their true purpose. So I get making the first exposure simple and easy to follow. I hope I'm wrong and it's some crazy shit though. That would be cool. But honey, wake up! New ghoul lore just dropped. Yeah, after Lucy escapes being harvested at this super duper mart, which by the way was a treat for the eyes, the vials are revealed to be medicine. Ghoul medicine. Yeah, I thought they were chems, but no, apparently it keeps ghouls from turning feral. So I'm kind of assuming the vials have some anti-rat properties or a coagulate that keeps the brain from rotting. Regardless, I'm not sure how I feel. It adds a greater sense of urgency and despair to ghoul characters going forward, but it also messes with my headcanon a little bit. I don't know. I always assumed turning feral always depended on a person's willpower and luck, I guess. But to be fair, ghoul biology has always been a contentious point of discussion. So, nothing new here. Smaller episode in scope, but it still had me hooked. 7.5 out of 10. Editor Alex here. We're also adding an extra point for the ass jerky, bringing it to 8.5. Alright, that was the first 4 episodes. And wow, were they great. I came in with super low expectations. I think I watched the trailer once and completely avoided any information about it until it came out. And maybe I shouldn't have, because it definitely lives up to the hype. Seriously, it feels and looks like Fallout. From the over-the-top gruesome gore to the dark comedic undertones. It's all there. That being said, let me know what you guys thought down below. What were some of the standout moments for you? Because I'm sure I missed a bunch, and I really want to hear from you guys. And if you had a good time, consider leaving a like and maybe subscribing. You say yes? Alright, I have some more Fallout to watch, so with that, stay poochy, and I'll catch you on the next one.